People often say, trust God. Trusting God is more than a notion. So we're going to get right into it. Number one, shift from explain yourself, God, to anchor me, God. Now, the analogy is this: when people are on a boat and that boat begins to drift out into dangerous waters, someone will say, drop an anchor. They drop the anchor so that the boat does not continue to drift into those dangerous spaces. Develop one or two quick anchor statements that you will use to anchor you when you feel yourself drifting into dangerous waters of doubt, of disbelief, of feeling overwhelmed and feeling anxious. And practice embracing that statement into your spirit. So for me personally, an anchor statement is, God is faithful and God is good. Release the myth of understanding before obedience. Like, make a decision that understanding is not a prerequisite for me to obey God. And then here is the practical application. Choose one small task, something that you know God has dropped in your spirit to do, and you've been hesitant because you can't really see the results. Let the results go and just move obeying what God has told you to do. Regulate your nervous system is another powerful one. Many of us know that our bodies really do give us signals that we're anxious, that we're worried, that we're not resting, and in our worlds, trusting in God. Literally, you can talk yourself off of a ledge by implementing breathe. Some of us may need to do the take 5 method, where we hold up our 5 fingers and we trace one side with an inhale and then an exhale. An inhale and an exhale. An inhale and an exhale. An inhale, and you do that for the remainder of your fingers. That gives us a moment to catch our breath and to welcome God into the circumstance. But replace why God with be with me, God. Why God is still another one of those head questions that's all about explanations. Be with me, God is a statement that declares our posture towards Him. It shifts from why God, which is talking about explaining to me, to be with me, God. In the midst of something that I cannot explain, I'm trusting that you're here. I love this one. That turned out better than I hoped for. That turned out better than I expected journal. When that other stuff comes in and it tries to overwhelm us, we get to remind ourselves and it that this is not our first rodeo with God. God has been, in my words, faithful, and He has been good. Writing a journal that tracks what turned out better than you expected is another way to cultivate trusting a God that we cannot understand. Trust God by trusting the next right thing. Like, sometimes the vision, the goal, the dream is so big that we can't wrap our measure of faith around it and trust it. And so here's the deal. You can break that down into bite-sized pieces. You're able to say, you know what, God? Like, I ain't got it right now. It ain't about you because you're trustworthy. I just don't have it right now to trust for all of it. But I am going to trust for the next right thing. Surround yourself with trust carriers. Surround yourself with people who are like-minded and desiring to trust God. Don't mix and mingle with the folk as it relates to your dreams and goals, your obedience, who doubt God, who need God to make it make sense, who need God to explain everything. Choosing wisely to associate yourself with other people who are on the trusting God journey is another way to cultivate trusting a God that we cannot understand. Except that trusting God and understanding God are two different journeys. And there are moments when we really lean into desiring to understand God. And we have moments of really studying His character. That journey and trusting Him are not the same journey. Now, they can feed each other, but I say that because sometimes when God speaks to us to move or to do, we don't have time to completely know everything about Him before we obey Him. So accepting that understanding God, which is valuable, is different than trusting God, which is valuable, allows us to really cultivate trusting a God that we do not understand. Reframe confusion. Often in confusion or chaotic situations, the enemy wants us to believe that we are failing. We are not failing, we are being formed. It is in those moments of confusion and chaos that God often forms our discernment, develops our dependency, our discipline, and our humility in Him. When we reframe confusion, it helps us to cultivate trusting a God that we do not understand. Go ahead, save the video, replay it, allow your spirit to embrace that we really can cultivate trusting a God that we do not understand.